Hello, friends. Sorry, I wanted to wait for my dog to stop barking. Anyway, welcome back. Here we are. And I gotta tell you, I'm coming on because something's bugging me. And I want to find out why something happened. And I'm qualifying it by saying the person I'm talking about is Trump. And Trump is a Bitcoiner. So I think I'm stretching it maybe a little, but I want to know why he met with Zelinski publicly. I mean, he could have met with Zelinski 1,000 times, and we never knew. But this one is public. What's up with that? And I think the meme of Zelinski getting shorter and shorter is pretty funny. So I just, what's going on there? I want to know, and I think you do too. I don't know. If Zelinski is a Bitcoiner, I would doubt it. He wants the fiat magic money, Babylonian magic money system in place. So, anyway, that's what we're looking at. What's up with that? I am becoming a better person every day. Well, that's the goal. Don't compare yourselves to others. Compare yourself to who you used to be and how much closer you are to your higher self. That's been my journey. A number of years ago, I was in meditation and I said to my higher self, okay, I'm backing off, you drive. I'll sit in the back seat and comment, but you're driving. And my higher self started driving the vehicle. And I was just getting a report that my higher self and myself are so close to being the same thing that they are virtually the same thing. So through years of work and practice and letting my higher self drive, I have become my higher self, which means I am more purely the essence of who I am. Hey, why not? So if you're into that, you know, chop wood, carry water. It's every day, every day, every day. You must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. And we got another card that also came out as a surprise. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. I said we got a bonus card here. I'll leave that there just because it's a bonus card. All right. So we're talking to the Bitcoiners, but I want to find out information. I am so curious as to what message the world was supposed to get from that action and the reporting of that action. I'm sure the bad guys are, you know, spinning it, whatever. So we'll see what we need to learn from this. Because it evades me, because I think I needed a topic for a show. And here it is. Did it again. Okay, leaves. So maybe... Oh, there's so many things I think of when I think of leaves. That's a nice picture too. So you think of them, you know, being the source of the photosynthesis, but also you think of them dropping off and feeding the roots below, which is why you should mulch your leaves in place. The tree puts them there for the benefit of feeding the tree. And so you should not rake them up and throw them away. You should mow them into place so the tree can benefit at the roots from what it throws away in the leaves. Okay, I gotta look for leaves here. Leaves, 103. But yeah, don't mess with it. Leave it alone. It's a perfect system. The dead leaves feed the tree. Okay. Anyway, why am I not seeing this? Leaves, renewal, revival, progress. Card meaning, leaves are how plants and trees take in sunlight and, as part of photosynthesis, convert it into food. The process also transforms carbon dioxide, excuse me, into oxygen, a byproduct that further sustains much of non-plant life on Earth. In this way, the leaves card reminds you you may need to pull ideas and solutions from different places to get your desired results. Don't just rely on well-used patterns. Work to merge new patterns into your life. Excuse me, I wonder if this has something to do with Trump and Zelinski. Anyway, leaves grow every year on deciduous trees, reminding us that cycles continue and that the energy of nature revives after its fallow period. Leaves are how the tree interacts and communicates with its environment. Pay attention to leaves, and you'll likely find you are more in touch with the weather, seasonal shifts, and the well-being of your immediate environment. Do you need to pay more attention to your feelings and intuition? Okay, well, I guess that's essentially getting grounded, too. Okay. So let's see if this is relevant to our question about what Trump is doing, meeting with Zelinski and then having it be publicized. I want to know too. I want to know too. Hear him out there? He's saying, why? What? Who? Exactly. All right. Sacred Shaman Oracles. Oh, discernment. Discernment. Yeah, that's what we're trying to discern, is how to interpret this event that has been publicized. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. What am I looking for? Number 6. Okay, discernment. As spiritual, physical, and energetic beings, we oftentimes blur the lines between our energy, the energy of a situation, and the energy of another person. When we take on other people's energy and label it as our own, we start to judge. This lowers our energetic vibrations. We then get caught up in a seemingly never-ending cycle of feeling bad, labeling, justifying, and appropriating what is not ours to claim. The lesson here, as in the previous card, is to be present, not label or judge, and let the energy feeling wash through you. Once you do this, notice where in your body you feel the effects of the emotion. Does your heart open up? Does your belly hurt? Does your throat get tight? Your head can lie to you, but your body never does. It is easy to become overwhelmed. Make a habit of making your first response to overwhelming energy, "Wow, that's interesting," instead of "What's wrong with me?" This allows you to objectively discover how and why your body is reacting to the given situation or person. This card is asking you to stop looking outside yourself for answers to an issue. Instead, sit with it and listen to what your body is telling you. Okay, well, I have been. And that's why we're asking the question. Because I'm wondering, why is he doing that? And it doesn't make me feel comfortable. It makes me ask questions. And I think it's supposed to. So let's see if we can find out what the question is and what maybe the answer is. So these are our little tarot cards. This company, Omnido, they have a bunch of tarot cards and they're inexpensive. I mean, there are all kinds of different pictures and varieties, which I pretty much ordered all of them. But they're like $10, $8.99, $9.99. So if you're interested in tarot cards, Omnido, man, they're great. And they have oracle cards and tarot cards and all kinds of things. But anyway, it was a way to get some interesting stuff on the table and not have to spend a lot of fiat to get there. So, if you're interested. Okay, so this is our deck, and the question is, just before I say that, that's the company I'm talking about. And this is the Lenormand cards, but they have a whole new deck that's not even this one. So, yeah. Anyway, what's going on with Trump and Zelinski and having it be publicized, and why is that important? Why do Bitcoiners want to know this? What's the lesson here? And maybe what's the question too, but okay, let's see. Okay, the High Priestess. So we're talking about some illusion here, maybe. But there's also a level of mastery. So, whose mastery? The moon sometimes can illuminate things, and the moon can also be a sign of illusion and distortion of what is true. So let's see. There seems to be maybe illusion or distortion in the air. Now, we also know there's a lot of backstory to Zelinski. I mean, there's a ton of, it's almost like Star Wars mythology, Dune mythology. Zelinski's got his own thing, whole backstory. So remember that we're coming into it with that, and probably a lot of that's crap. Because remember, he's an actor. Okay. So, what's the challenge here? The Page of Swords. Yeah, being a detective, finding out the truth. Really. Did you get to see the High Priestess? I know I started talking, but... So that's where we're at, and here the Page of Swords is finding the answers, and I believe that's what we're doing right now. Answers are being shown to us. So it's a good thing I did this, and I was compelled to do this, because apparently we need to do this. It's being asked of us. That is the challenge. Okay. Also, thoughts and words, but truth. We're also challenged to really find the truth of what's happening. So I'm going to try to explain it with this reading. And the Queen of Swords is also someone who is deeply intelligent and has a lot of information and wisdom from personal experiences, and just a vast amount of information available that she uses with integrity. But she is austere. It's the way it is because it's the truth. It's the cold, hard facts of the situation. Yeah, facts. Okay. So, whoa. And the goal is to, have this fresh journey here. To start over. To be, walk in faith, not sight. Walk by faith, not sight. Here's our queen. So, here we are, having integrity, being asked to find out the truth. Being of open-minded character, ready to change the way we understand things if we have to. The Emperor. Okay, so we've got some major arcana here, 3 out of 5 cards. And the others are thoughts and words, so truth. But we're going from the Queen of Swords to the Emperor, which sort of, this guy encompasses all of the different aspects, like the wands and the swords and the pentacles and the cups. So this guy has command of all of those things, and rather than just thoughts and words, we're moving to a place of command, mastery. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, and that may be the tool here, is the asset of being able to say, nope, this far no further, we're blocking the way. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you look like or what you say. This is a brick wall from now on. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. That's why we're asking. But it looks like that's our tool. Or giving the ultimatum. Either you do this or we're going to do this. That could be also another aspect of it. Let's see what our other cards have to say. Okay, 3 of Wands, so it's a matter of starting a new thing, action being taken, alright? We thought about this, we planned it out, we worked out the logistics, let's go. It's go time. So that may have been the conversation. Was, okay, we've talked about this, we've thought about this, it's go time. I'm here to check on everything and make sure everything is ready and in place because it's go time. That may be it. And 3 of Swords. So the environment is, not, it's, well, here we go. Sorrow, misery, heartache, death of the heart, stab me in the heart, betrayal. So, yeah, that's the environment. And here we have 3 and 3. So let's see what the next card is. Strength. Wow. So the hopes and fears are strength. And I believe that's our hope is we don't have to use our strength, and their hope is we don't have to use our strength. Maybe that's it. It seems to fit that role. Trump, orange man, bad. Oh, and this is a Trump reading too, so I imagine a lot of major arcanas and craziness. Anyway, final outcome here is, yeah, carrying a heavy burden or bringing home a harvest. Okay, well, yeah, what's it going to be, Zelinski? Which one are you going to do? That even looks kind of like Zelinski. A little bit. In his jeans and his hoodie. Okay, so let's recap a little bit here. We've talked about forgiveness, we've talked about leaves and how they can bring in nutrient and be communication and an abundant resource, and yet at the end they're dropped and they become food to the roots that also brings about sustenance and renewal. So those are the topics that we start out with our little road signs, and about you're special and take care of yourself and how you're becoming better, and use the wisdom that you have already gained. The High Priestess is coming out, so we know that there's illusion, and we know that Zelinski and Trump have a mythos that follows both of them. So they're meeting, why wouldn't it be a giant illusion? How much of it can we discern? Well, we have some sense of what their persona is and how they are perceived, so we understand that as actors they're going to keep going with those personas, and there is some predictability to how they behave and the things they believe, because they stand out and they say it all the time. This is kind of a boss level fight. We know who the bosses are. Okay, so we start out with wisdom, and this sounds very much like a Trump kind of thing. He knows a lot of things about a lot of things, and he knows a lot of people. So he is a wealth of information. He is a walking wealth of information. And yet the goal is, let's start the new journey. Let's start fresh. Let's be the fool and take a leap of faith and go somewhere new, and let's do different things, like the World's Fairs again, if anybody is the emperor, it's Trump. Here he is again. This is him being him. Having all these resources, having people around, knowing all the skills of all the things, knowing all the tricks. So, that's why he's the emperor. But I think the tools are his ability to say, okay, either you do this or we do this, right? We've been through the Two of Swords commentary. However, I think, okay, enough of this crap is basically the tools. He says, enough of this crap, let's start something new. But there's a lot of betrayal, and so he comes in with strength. Is it going to be a harvest, or is it going to be a burden? Let's see. Judgment and the Ace of Swords. So my guess is that the truth will come out, and either way, if it's a harvest because of the judgment, if we bring it home, it'll have value for us, but if we drop it and leave it there, I think that also has value, depending on what's being carried here. If this is Zelinski, he's carrying a lot of lies and bullshit. He's carrying a whole story that is completely fictional, that has been shoved down our throats. Okay? But, if he throws that away, fabulous. I'm happy about that. There's judgment, and then the truth comes out. Because, I'd be happy to see him drop his load of crap, essentially. Alright, I digress. I'm getting all emotional. Let's see what our Soul's Book of Answers can tell us. It is better to engage in your own occupation, even though you may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Oh, great. So kind of stick to your own job. Even if you make mistakes, stick to your own life and your own thing. Stop taking other people's stuff, even if you can do it better. It's not your business. Stay the hell out of there. Right? That's what this is saying. That's nice. So that kind of fits the narrative here, Stay out of it if you don't know what you're doing. Leave it to the guy who knows what he's doing. Seems to be the message here from the book. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be the big thing I have to keep saying over and over, because it's where everybody gets tripped up. They just don't get it. We're all so perfect and unique that when you dictate to anybody, it's like violent. It's a violent action. Like my son and I were talking. The word should, S-H-O-U-L-D, the word should. And I said, that is such a violent word, should. Like that's like pushing you against the wall and fingering your chest. That's what should feels like to me. Like, kiss my ass. I'll do what I want to do. Should. Piss off. And that should be like the normal response of everyone. Should. Tree. Okay, family tree, lineage, generations, ancestors. Tricky, betrayal, sometimes strategic. And a message coming in. And that's what we saw, was the message coming in. So I think that's consistent with, I think it went over there to make sure that the production was going to go according to plan. And, everything that, the foundation that had been laid, that was strategically put down, was going to be going forward the way it was supposed to. And that there weren't any hiccups or any other problems that needed to be seen. So I think there may be some developments in that area that we want to watch for. That's the indication from what the cards are saying. Why did he go there? Yeah, there's something up that's going to happen, but he also had to reestablish, uh, you know, go piss on his backyard, reclaim it, in a sense. So, yeah. And this seems to be the Zelinski, but the rest of it is like Trump, but that could also be Zelinski. In terms of, fresh idea, starting out fresh. When you start out fresh, though, I mean, it could be more than one person. It could be a couple people. Believe in the impossible. Well, there you go. After all the hype and all the bullshit, yeah, I think Trump's going to go in there, tell him what's going on, and then some amazing thing is going to happen that we're all going to witness, and it's going to be a whole part of the whole thing. It's always been a show. Are you enjoying the show? Alright, well, I thought it was here. I know it's close. Cardinal moon, fixed moon, void of course moon, waning moon. I'm sorry. I'm like wasting your time. I don't mean to be. Blue moon. Believe in the impossible. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. And if you convince yourself that whether you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't. But if you believe, it will. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. I'm lucky. Miss this chance and you might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. This person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can't believe it, you can achieve it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. The situation is unlikely to repeat. There are usually, okay, so it's going to be unique. It's not going to be same old, same old. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we don't know about the teaching because we've already heard the teaching too many times and we're sick of it. Okay, and I'm going really long on this. We're already like way longer than we usually go. But there was a lot to look at and a lot to talk about. So we'll do a quick animal card. And I will thank you for your time and your attention, your likes, shares, subscribes, comments when you do, all that. My subscribers, I appreciate you. Don't ever think that I don't. And watch until the very end. That's important too, because that's usually the last bit of the lesson. So what is the lesson here? I guess the lesson is to be able to turn around, to start fresh, to know that it's okay, everything is taken care of. Raccoon. Raccoon. I think raccoon is about family. Raccoon. I think I remember that. Uh-oh. Something's going on. Raccoon. Talented, shadowy, and hiding. Again, okay. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists, to a greater or lesser degree. Well, okay. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool, or being an actor. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Yeah, we talked about that. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am really ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. Generous friend, exceptional artist. Well, okay then. So they're both artists, they're both actors. So, honor among thieves, perhaps. But, there you go. So here's our reading. Thank you again for listening, and I hope you benefited from this reading. I feel like I have some answers. I didn't know about the conversation, but it really looks like something unique is going to happen as a result of this meeting, which is why they made it public. So let's keep an eye on this going forward. Thanks. I'll see you around. Bye.